How y'all doing? Sorry I'm a little late. I was doing some stuff at the house after I got back from work, and plus something was going on with my computer. It was slowing down a little, so I had to restart it. All right, if you happen to watch the replay of this, just skip over until I get to the point of talking. I don't know when, but I might be able to find out later. Uh, Hey, K Hills, what's going on? Hey, we're just gonna wait till more people come in. How's your day so far? Oh, your day is cool. Oh, or you were just okay. Well, I had a good day. Well, I had to work. Yep, I had to work. At first, we had to, almost looked like we was about to get through bad weather and stuff, but it turned out it wasn't as about to be as snowy as I thought the weather was going to be. I guess I give you maybe a preview of today's topics. Uh, I'm here in the state of Virginia. We're going through a whole lot. Oh, stress. Oh, you're studying? You were studying? You've been out all week. Oh, you just started a new job. Okay, well, congratulations for starting a new job. Um, right now giving kind of um a preview of some of the topics we're going to talk about. I guess we could. There might there if you probably want to know why the Grammys will be brought up in today's live stream. There's a reason why. And I did a separate video. Hey, Jimmy Smooth. Oh, okay. You'll be home in about 25 minutes. Oh, good. When you finally get home, yes, I live in Virginia. Hey, when you get home, if you want to be part of the panel, I'll give you a link. Matter of fact, I'm about to give links to people right now. Hey, Raining Wombat. Oh, you live in the middle of Houston traffic. You're in the middle of okay. So you live in Texas. All right. That's understandable. But yeah, like I said, if you have the chance to come in the panel, you can come in the panel. Oh, and Jimmy, I'm gonna do a part 3 of support these channels and platforms, LDBC. That's gonna be the basically the third and final part where I talk about just mainly only the LDBC channels. So if you wanna come on in, since you kind of know a little bit about the LDBC or associate with them in some way, then you can come on over. I hope to get some of the to come over too. I've had like Fanon on one of my streams, LVZ in my first part. The second part I had Fanon, so I hope to get them or more people, maybe even Underrated Darkness, to show up. All right, let me do something real quick. Hey, Belize Bang, what's up? Oh yeah, I said I was going to give you a preview of today's topics. Yes, I mentioned I live in Virginia, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on over here in Virginia when it comes to politics. And speaking of politics, more reasons why not to trust Cory Booker or Kamala Harris. They have proven to be extremely untrustworthy, and what they did recently proves it even more. And I did say I might bring up the Grammys, and you'll probably want to know why. Well, that will be coming in today's live stream. Boy, Virginia ain't the only one with a blackface issue. But then again, look at the system we're in. But yeah, we're going to talk about another story or couple involving blackface. Yeah, it's just ironically, it's very ironic that we're having all these blackface stories during Black History Month. Very ironic and very disrespectful and very sad and angering. That's not really a word, but it's making a lot of people angry. Just want to point it out there. Oh, and we're also going to talk about a swirling football player that doesn't like dark-skinned children. Yep. We're going to talk about him and the white whore fiance he has. Plus, if you didn't see my recent video on Liam Neeson, you'll have the chance to see what I talked about in that video. I might even show it. All right, let's see how many people we got in before we get started. Okay, I can't see through the. I don't know why. Yes, he did, K Hills. Yes, he did. Hey, Nikki, what's up? And Reigning Woman, congratulations, you've just been modded. It's like majority of my audience is mostly modded, but it's better to have a lot of mods. Yes, Corny Booker is a train wreck. That's a nickname I just came up with. Corny Booker, because he sounds corny. All right. I guess we can get started. Oh, sorry about that. All right. Let's see. What's the first story I want to talk about? Oh, yes. I just wanted to. So, like I said before earlier, Virginia ain't the only story that involves blackface. So, so this is a Republican in Florida. Florida. Huh. Makes me more reasons why to never go back there. I don't care if Universal Studios is there, but Florida continues to give me more reasons not to go to Florida. And this is one of them. So on Raw Stories, this article back in early February by Tana Gavina says that he refuses to resign. Instead, he was just impersonating his friend. So basically, his friend happens to be a black person who wears ghetto, what some people would contain street or something like that. And this is the politician right here. All right. So I'm going to read the article real quick. On Wednesday, another member, so this is basically talking about what's happening here in Virginia. So that's basically talking about the Virginia stuff. And Sabatine. All right, so this guy goes by the name of Sabatine. And basically some Democratic chair named Terry Rizzo wants Sabatine to resign, and that's basically who this guy is. All right, so this is what he said. I don't care what age you are, where you grew up, what political party you belong in. This is not where we belong. His former opponent, Cynthia Brown, wrote. Don't know. This is another person. Was writing. In the light of the Florida Secretary of State resigning for belonging to. Oh, so he's he's a Secretary of State. So that's his political power. For the belonging to such a disgustful racial divide. And by the way, the Democratic governor of Virginia should also resign. So he's also saying that Northam should resign as well. I am so being constant on my position. My former opponent, Sabatine, should resign. So I guess his full name is Anthony Sabatine. And of course, he's trying to defend himself because he's saying he was impersonating his black friend. First of all, I haven't seen this black friend come forward on the situation. Let me click off my screen real quick. So yeah, you get another case of blackface. These people think they can just do all kinds of and think that they can't get in trouble. Let me see what y'all think in the comments. Hey Joe Johnson, what's up? All races do blackface on black people. Yeah, a lot of people. Hey, the Shadow Assassin. Hey, Sinel Logan. What's going on? Welcome to my live stream. So yeah, that's just one of the stories about blackface. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I see 7 people are watching. Hell, I even hit the like button myself. There should be more people hitting that like, but I'm just kidding. I'm trying to be like, maybe I can dress like the Geico caveman. That's pretty interesting. But yeah. So all right, now while I'm trying to set up more things, I'm gonna do y'all a favor. I'm going to play a video that I did recently involving what happened with Liam Neeson's film doing extremely terrible. As you know, Liam Neeson got in serious trouble for basically and confessing that he had racist tensions when he heard his friend got raped. Now, instead of just going after the individual, when he asked the description of the possible rapist, he said that he was just going to go take some kind of weapon and just hurt any black person. And then he tried to claim that he power walked racism out of his body. I'm like, how can you all of a sudden power walk racism out of your body? I'm like, I mean, this world, what? So the way to fix racism is power walking? Hey, Gab Talk Media, what's up? Hey, if you want to, I sent you a link to come on the panel. So check your email to see if you can come on in. Also, I think one of my emails, I try to send you a link to friend me on YouTube so that we can like make conversations on YouTube like I do with some of the people. Matter of fact, trying to see if I can get some more people in through here. Now, what was I about to do again? Oh yeah, that's right. I was about to show you the video. So I'm about to be nice to everyone and share the video. So let me get it real quick. Well, first I need to let me rewind it real quick. And then hey everyone, that's the video, but I need to share the screen first. All right, here's my video of how Liam Neeson's recent movie did poorly this weekend in the box office. So here's my video on it. I'm gonna play. This is Jdawg, and I'm here. Hey everyone, this is Jdawg, and I'm here with another video. Oh man, I'm just having a laugh. You're probably wondering why I'm laughing. You're probably wondering why I'm laughing. Because I'm laughing at Liam Neeson's racist behind. I'm laughing at this article. Cold Pursuit does very badly at the box office. Yes. Yes. All Races Behind Liam Neeson is taking a big hit at the box office. I found out that the film placed in third for this weekend's weekend box office grosses. Taraji P. Henson's movie, What Men Want, did better. Now, regardless of their ratings, What Men Want with Taraji P. Henson did better, and they ended up in second place. And then I found out the movie in first place this week, and not surprising, is the Lego Movie, the second act. Which, by the way, Tiffany Haddish plays the main antagonist in that movie, another black actress. So two black actress movies with two black actresses, either as the main antagonist or as the lead, did better than this movie. Now look at the box. I want to look at the box up. Now I had to get the information from Wikipedia, but if it's let me see. Oh, right here. So this is Cold Pursuit. Now this is its box office. Now first let's look at its budget. $60 million was put on budget for this movie. Just want you to know that. We're going to look at some of these other movies real quick first, but then we'll go back. Now, all right. And go back here. Look at What Men Want. See, what Men Want with Taraji P. Henson, they're about to make past their budget. They just need $1 million more dollars, and they would have equaled their budget, and then a few more, they would have proven to have a good budget. So yeah, and this is what, regardless of reviews. Lego Movie. They still haven't got to their budget, and but it is not as bad as what Cold Pursuit has. Let's look at back to Cold Pursuit. Their budget is 60, like I mentioned earlier, and they only made $10.8 million. They are way below their budget, and like I said before, they only ended up in third place in weekend gross, which means when next week, if other movies, when newer movies start coming up, like the Alita Battle Angel, if anyone's interested in that, or the upcoming How to Train Your Dragon movie come up, when they have to compete against those movies, and they already can't compete against a Lego Movie and What Men Want, both with black actresses involved, even if whether they're the lead or not the lead, and you end up with this budget, that tells you right there that this movie, Cold Pursuit, is going to flop badly. Badly. They said that this was one of the few movies that had the lowest attend of African Americans, and rightfully so. There should be no one in the black community going to this movie. I heard that only 10% of the audience was black, but that's just a bunch of coons and sambos who just that was willing to look past Liam Neeson's racism. So they're a bunch of sambos and house Negroes like Ferry Cruz and Whopper Goldberg. Yeah, a bunch of sellouts that went to that movie. Because usually when you look at the demographics of race when it comes to the movies, the two highest audiences is white people and the black community. But and then it's everyone else. But this time, the lowest audience of a movie for Cold Pursuit was the black community. They were the lowest audience to basically no audience. So that's also good. That shows you that people are more paying attention, more people are paying attention to the Leo Nielsen situation, and the fact that this movie is failing box office rise. I hope that this movie continues to lose money. I hope it never makes its budget, and it's going to continue to fail. Now, the next thing we need to do is this rating system. I put down this movie will fail because I have an account on Rotten Tomatoes, and I put down a not interested because I am not going to this movie. We need more black people who use Rotten Tomatoes to at least lower this audience score. Anyone in the black community that's watching this that has a Rotten Tomatoes score, has a Rotten Tomatoes account or wants to make one, join me and basically causing this movie's audience score at least. If you happen to be a professional critic and don't like racism, then I want y'all to effectively cause this tomato meter score to lower down. That's the next step we need to do. Now we're winning in the budget. We're making sure that this movie makes no money and no viewership. So that means no one is going to this movie. The next thing we need to do, other than just boycott the movie, is we need to make sure this movie has one of the worst movie audience scores ever. So put down not interested. Put down a bunch of bad reviews like I'm doing. Do whatever it takes to lower the audience score so it can get below 59 so it can really have a bad score. We need to do all we can to send a message that you ain't going to be being racist against our community anymore. We are done with the attacks against the black community, and we are going to, just like we need to continue boycotting Gucci and Prada, we need to continue boycotting the Super Bowl. We also, if we can, need to also affect the Rotten Tomatoes scores of these movies. That's why I bring up things like the critic score strategy, where we help give good ratings to projects involving us, but we can also give bad reviews to any movies or shows that that hurts us, or also stars people that have been known to hurt and target and make things against the black community. So right now I am happy and laughing that Cold Pursuit is failing. And we need it to continue to fail as much as possible. So I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Share this video, like this video, and also what you think about continuing the boycott of Cold Pursuit and also going to the Rotten Tomatoes so we can lower the score of the ratings and critic score of Rotten Tomatoes for Cold Pursuit. We need to do a lot of these things. We do everything to make sure this movie completely hits rock bottom. I want to know what y'all think about that in the comment section. But that's all I have to say for now. Thank you for your time, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone. All right. So I'm about to click off my screen real quick. So I want to know what y'all think about the video I made. Hey crew, what's up? I think I saw Nicole earlier. Hey crew, I just left a couple of links. So if you want to join on in, you could just look at those links at either Google Hangout or the YouTube message or your email, and you'll be able to try to join in. And yes, make sure y'all hitting that like button. I really appreciate it. All right. So yeah, crew, if you want to come on in, I'll sending you some links. Okay. I'm listening right now, but I'll be on. Okay. All right. That's good. So yeah, Cold Pursuit. See, Liam Nielsen's Karma is coming. Had a large black fan base. Yeah, till now. Yeah, K Hills. And yeah, you still got people like Ferry Cruz willing to defend him. And it seems even with black people defending Liam Nielsen or people like Michelle Rodriguez defending him, it wasn't enough to save his movie. And it will never be enough. Let's just face it, his movie is a bust. Rightfully so. All right. So let's see. What do I want to talk about next? Oh, you're right. The Grammys. A lot of people were angry with that J-Lo performance, and rightfully so. I mean, you're doing a tribute to Motown. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There were a lot of people that didn't watch the oops, sorry about that. Yeah, okay. Number one was saying, okay, yeah. A lot of people didn't watch the Grammys. Matter of fact, let me do something real quick before I go back to. I'm gonna go back to that photo later. The Grammys, did on a video saying that we should boycott the Grammys, and or that black people don't watch the Grammys as much no more because of the bias of some of these big time award shows. Even though most majority black people have a better chance of winning a Grammy than they do have winning an Oscar. Matter of fact, if you just heard, Childish Gambino is the first rapper in years to win Song of the Year and Record of the Year. Like I said, I didn't watch the award show, but he won those two awards, and those are two of the biggest awards of the show. So in a way, congratulations to him, whatever. But a lot of black people were very angry at this year's Grammys because, of course, the voting committee was rumored to not be very diverse. So you had even artists like Kendrick and even Childish Gambino decided that they were going to boycott as well, even when they won awards, because Kendrick Lamar did win at least one award. And that was for one of his songs on the Black Panther soundtrack. they were not going to attend. Drake said he wasn't not going to attend, but he ended up going. But he tried to make a speech, and for some reason they cut him off. And the reason why they cut him off is because he said, "You don't have to win this. You already won." So he's saying to black people that we don't need these awards. We have done a lot in music, television, and film. We don't need to win these awards. And because I guess that was a speech to point directly against the voting committee for their lack of diversity. I want to know what y'all think in the comment section about that. And you're right. Wait, that was the Grammys. The Grammys is music. Well, as you know, some people actually did boycott, and I'm going to show you some results real quick. So I'm going to go back. So first thing I'm going to show you is the results from previous award shows, previous Grammy shows. That's not what I was looking for. All right. Let's see. All right, right here. Broadcasting. All right, I thought I heard something. Hey, Jimmy, what's up?
Live and direct in full effect. What's popping and what's dropping, Jdawg?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Grammys results and ratings right now. So this was last year's. It went down a huge heavy. These are the last two awards. The one of the highest was 2013's 28.37 viewerships overall. With the rating system, well, actually, the highest was 2012. Then we go to last year, where it dropped dramatically to 19.80 with a rating share hold of 5.9/21 rating system. So that lowered down badly for the Grammys.
Okay, let me ask you this question: what was the highest ratings that the Grammys has ever earned? If you can bring that up, how far are we talking here?
I'm not really. Oh wait, I think I see it now. I believe it's the 1980. No, wait, wrong. I'm wrong again. 2012, 39.91, 14.1/32, and ratings and share holds.
Okay. Yeah, well, what are the reasons why the Grammys ratings have went down? Because they've pretty much, when you look at the big Grammys of the year, because producer of the year, anybody can get producer of the year at this point.
Actually, this year's producer of the year, non-classical, went to Pharrell Williams, another black artist.
Well, pretty much that's easy for a black artist to get at this point in the game. Whereas in the 80s, 70s, you had a host of different people getting producer of the year. So that's, at this point, that's open and shut case that Pharrell or somebody respectable producer is going to get it. You know what I'm saying? But the big Grammys, which is Song of the Year, Record of the Year, Album of the Year, those awards have traditionally been given to white people. And a lot of times they've been undeserving of it in a lot of cases. I'm not saying all white artists have not deserved it who gotten it, because Christopher Cross, it's hard to make a case against Christopher Cross. Even though he was going up against Off the Wall, that was pretty much Michael Jackson's breakthrough album, pretty much Michael Jackson's breakthrough pop album as a solo artist for the most part, because he did have a #1 album at Motown, but I digress with that. But a lot of these white artists like Taylor Swift, there is no way in fucking hell You know what I'm saying? That Taylor Swift had a better album than fucking Beyonce. Miss Me, Hop Skip, Barry Sanders juke move with that bullshit. There is no way you can tell me Taylor Swift has had the two album of the years that Taylor Swift had. You cannot tell me her album was better than Kendrick Lamar's album. You cannot tell me it was better than even Drake's fucking album. So I think a lot of that contribution have gone. Now, last year, our black brother, what's that guy's name? Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars is clearly a black dude. Let's not even dispute that. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether or not he claims it, I don't know for sure, but that's clearly a Negro. So Bruno Mars, hands down, was the clear-cut winner last year. That I totally agree with. But in a lot of cases, those big awards like Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Songwriter of the Year, which is better known as Song of the Year, a lot of those Grammys have undeservedly gone to a lot of white artists. You know what I'm saying? Look at Beyonce. Beyonce have won, if I'm not mistaken, she's probably like the second most Grammys without a Album of the Year in history, behind Alison Krauss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But here's this year, Childish Gambino won 2 of those 3 awards. The Album of the Year went to a country singer, Childish Gambino, or Donald Glover, whatever you call him. He won Record of the Year and Song of the Year for This Is America.
And let me tell you something about this Casey, what's the hell that woman's name? Casey, whatever her name, and you know,
a country singer. Yeah, I totally forgot her name.
Yeah, I totally forgot her name.
Because I number one don't listen to country music, and like this name just popped out of nowhere, and she got Album of the Year.
Okay, let me explain this, because how the fuck I would give the fucking Album of the Year to Ella Mai way before I would give it to this motherfucker right there. How the fuck this country singing motherfucker, and no disrespect to her, but I'm gonna just keep it 1,010. How does she outdo Ella Mai? And I'm not even a big fan of Ella Mai. You know, I fuck with Boo'd Up, but I'm not a real big fan of Ella Mai. But if I'm gonna give it to somebody, I would have gave it to that motherfucker before I gave it to her. I would have gave it to her. H-E-R, Here's Everything's Revealed. I would have gave it to her. And she didn't have the best album in the world. How the fuck she goes over people like, was Kendrick Lamar's album nominated? I know the Black Panther.
Yes, it was nominated. The Black Panther
soundtrack was nominated.
Yeah, the soundtrack.
Great album. You telling me against all these heavy hitters, her album outdid that shit? Can somebody give me?
That's because of the committee, and that was why Donald Glover, Kendrick did not show up, because they know that if there was lack of diversity in the committee who does the nominations and basically does the final votes on the songs and albums, then that surely meant that they were biased to pick the country singer just so they can beat the Black Panther album. Now, at least one of Kendrick Lamar's songs did win for a Grammy, and then the other Grammy that the Black Panther movie got went to the composer of the original score music. Well, that's, the classic music, not what Kendrick Lamar did. So he got one award, but he wasn't there to get it. Yeah, I see what you're going. So now I want to talk about this ratings thing. The lowest has been 2006 with 17 points. I just found out that this year's Grammys, their ratings were at 17.995. So not lower than 2006, but that is not good. That's telling you right now you're losing your audience. And it can continue to go down. That's just what happened with the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl's highest audience of the 2010s was at 49, but that was in 2015. This year, they ended up with 44.90 or 44.7 or something. So that went down very low. And I'm talking about the Super Bowl, and that's because of the boycotts.
Yeah, and another factor, and I've even heard white people say this. They said, because I didn't watch an ounce of that fucking Super Bowl, but even my white friends was like, man, I watched the halftime show, and I'm like, I like Maroon 5, but shit, why the fuck they couldn't get nobody from Atlanta? You know what I'm saying? All the local people up in Atlanta. This is white people saying
this. They kind of did. They got Big Boy and Gladys Knight, but they said that it was, even white people said it was too white. But here's the thing. We in the black community did not want no black artists to show up because of the Kaepernick situation. So we didn't care if we was going to get a boring country artist to do the Super Bowl, because we don't expect white people to understand the trials and tribulations and the struggles of the black community. We are happy that no black artists were going to go to the Super Bowl, because a lot of them turned it down. Even Cardi B turned it down. We was more disappointed of the black artists that did show up.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, and I'm not trying to make excuses for anybody. You know, I'm probably one of the pro-blackest person in the world. I get why Gladys Knight did it. I get why Big Boy did it, because the Super Bowl was in Atlanta, and it was one of those things to where they wanted to represent their city. I don't agree with it, but I get it. Even though Gladys Knight grew up in Detroit, went to Detroit, the same neighborhood, North End neighborhood that Smokey Robinson and a host of Motown people grew up in. I understand her basically being an Atlanta person. I can understand she want to represent Atlanta. I get that. I don't agree with that shit, and I definitely don't agree with Big Boy. I think Big Boy should have sat that one out. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it was somebody from outside of Atlanta, I would be on their helmet. But the fact that these people are from Atlanta,
actually, someone from the outside that was black went to the Super Bowl. Travis Scott,
Southwest Houston / Missouri City coon, basically.
Yes.
So yeah. So I don't get Travis Scott. You're not from Atlanta, nigga. So if he was in Houston, I would get it. You want to represent your city. I get that. I don't agree with that shit. I definitely don't agree with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of get why they did, but I don't agree with why they did it. So it is what it is.
Yes. Hey, Gigi. If you look on YouTube or on Google Hangout, there should be a link to try to get you into the panel. So if you want to come on in, Gigi, that'll be good. Now, back to the other reason why black people did not want to watch the Grammys. The tribute to Motown. A lot of people were unhappy that Jennifer Lopez got to be picked. And so they try to clean it up by saying that Smokey Robinson, Neo, and Alicia Keys, the host of the Grammys this past evening, was going to be part of the tribute too. And boy, did a lot of people not like that performance, those who did watch it. Matter of fact, I think I want to show you something.
Let me get back into the...
All right, that's not it. But you can go on and talk while I try to find what I was looking for.
Let me explain this. I think it was one of the best Grammys until that point, because them honoring Diana Ross, them bringing Smokey Robinson out for a hot second. I think Smokey Robinson should have did the tribute longer than fucking J-Lo. That's my thing. When Smokey Robinson did My Girl, that's his song. He wrote the song for David Ruffins, because you can listen to the vocal arrangements. That's his song. You know what I'm saying? I respect them for doing that. But the thing was, when they got J-Lo to do that shit, that was when the shit was going in. And what really pissed me off, what really fucking pissed me off more than anything at the Grammys, because I was giving it an A+. until one, they put J-Lo ass up there to do this shit. Because they would never do that, put a black person in the Latin Music Awards. Even though basically black music is Latin music. Carlos Santana said this, so you know, if anybody want to try to dispute that, then you know, hey, you just talking just to be talking. Ask Carlos Santana about that. But I digress. But they were good up to that point. When they put J-Lo in that fuck shit position, I knew the fuck shit was gonna start. But what really pissed me off is when Drake got up there on stage and brought all his people up on stage, and he started giving a great message, and they started cutting the music on. I didn't like that shit for 1 minute, and they continue to do it throughout the night. Now they did a couple of white artists like that, but they did it more to the black artists than anything.
When I talked about that earlier, that Drake was cut off. That was because he was not happy with the Grammys' lack of diversity in the committee, and then he was like, "You don't need to win this to prove you're good. You don't." And he's right. These big award shows are very biased, and
hella biased. And the thing was, you know, I haven't always been a major fan of Drake, of everything Drake did. But the thing is, Drake did a great thing by saying, hey, I want to bring everybody that contribute to this album up on the stage. More people need to do that shit. More of you black motherfuckers who win awards need to do that goddamn shit. Because I'm getting sick and tired of dudes forgetting where the fuck they came from. And Drake did a great thing. I don't agree with everything he do, but that motherfucker did right by doing that shit. And I think the other girl, you know, her did that too. And they ran her, they rushed her off the stage with the fucking music. The Grammys need to cut that whole ass shit out.
Yeah, they also put music like that at the Oscars. Now back to what a tweet that I retweeted this video, but I put it in my own tweet saying I boycotted the Grammys. Some people are now wishing they did too. So I'm gonna play this video real quick. Let me. Oh no! All this? Oh no! I'm watching this. Call me with somebody else. Come on, this is ridiculous. Shit, they were watching the Motown thing with J-Lo, and you even had Smokey Robinson defending her, saying that people that were against it were stupid. And I'm like, no, the only reason why you're saying that is because you wanted this photo. You wanted to somehow get this hug with J-Lo. I'm trying to show another thing. Right here, this right here.
And I'm not trying to shit on Smokey because Smokey has done a lot for the community. But I'm going to be honest with you. That is some fucking bullshit on the end of Smokey fucking Robinson. And I fucks with Smokey Robinson. This dude, he pretty much built Motown just like Berry Gordy. He's helped a lot in the community. But that was some hoe ass shit on Smokey Robinson's part. Smokey Robinson should have shut the fuck up. His best bet should have been to shut the hell up. And I wish these old civil rights people know when to shut the hell up. Don't fuck up your legacy. You know what I'm saying? By running off at the happy ass mouth. Shut the hell up, Smokey. Shit.
Hey, before we continue on, I did a video talk about how Liam Neeson's film just basically flopped because it only made $10.8 million. Its budget is at 60 to 80, and it's not doing good, and only placing third for new movies behind What Men Want, who's the only movie that's close to their budget, passing their budget, despite the reviews. And this is Liam Neeson at his worst, I can tell you that. And this was also one of the lowest films that have a low turnout by the black community, which is rightfully so. What did you think about that, Jimmy?
I think we did doing a good job of boycotting this shit. And you know, when people do racist shit, you know, the white people start backing off too. I'm talking about blatantly racist shit. White people start backing off as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was more of a permission to boycott the shit, but I think it's a good job on our end to boycott the shit too. You know what I'm saying? And Liam Neeson can kiss a horse ass for all I care.
All right. You know what? I usually don't do this. I haven't really done this in a while. But if anyone wants to join in this panel and can't get to through Google or whatsoever, just for today, I'm going to put the link into the chat room for anyone who wants to join. I think it's safe enough because I haven't been getting really any trolls. So that was one of the reasons why I stopped putting it in the chat room. But I haven't really been getting any trolls. So just tonight at least, if you want to come on in, just click on the link into the chat room, and you can maybe put in your own commentary in this panel today.
Yeah,
I mean tonight. So we'll
come on the panel, Gigi. Come on the panel. Come on down. Come
yes, on. GG, Poetic Kills, Skills. If you want to come on in, The Shadow. If y'all want to August stream, y'all want to come on in, that'll be great.
Yeah, but
and thank y'all for hitting that like button. Also, try to share this live stream if you want to, or if you can. But thank you, and thank you for supporting this channel. All right. So, let's see what we're going to talk about today. Next. Oh, more on the Grammys. Remember this woman right here? Oh, hold on, this ain't it though. No. Oh, okay, right here. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm gonna do something real quick. That's not it. This is why I have my screen. Oh crap. Okay. All right. Y'all remember this woman, right? She also attended this year's Grammys again, unfortunately.
I just know who you talking about right before you gonna click this thing. I just, oh my goodness, man.
Yep. Oh. This is Joy Villa. Oh, but you want to know what she did? Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Miss Facepalm.
Yes. Oh, but look what last time she wore Make America Great Again dress. Now let's look at the dress she wore this time. A Build a Wall dress. Sad, isn't it? But yep. I know a lot of the immigrants are unhappy. Well, then again, why should I care about them? But yeah, Joy expressing the Make America Great Again hat. And yet she had the Make Great Again purse or bag, and then you had her with that wall dress that looks like a border wall.
Can somebody just, man, We need to do something about these damn coons, bro. And you've heard my live stream about what we need to do to their asses. I'm not even gonna repeat it on this live stream because, man, goodness, my goodness.
And that ain't the only one. Let me see if I can find this individual. I thought I saved a video or at least retweeted a video or something. Let me see. I'm trying to find it though. I hope I can find it. Let's see here. Might be a while. Hold on, I'm doing something, taking a little stoppage break real quick.
Handle your business, brother. Handle your business, brother, man.
Yeah.
That is so disturbing. But man,
yeah.
Tap dance and Negroes like that need to be dealt with severely, man, because it's at a point now to where, oh man, it's social.
Yeah.
Gotta stop. Much less blatant shucking and jiving. So it is what it is with that.
Dang it! For some reason, I can't find it. But it involves you've heard of Candace Owens. All right. Okay, I think I found it.
I've heard of Candace Owens. I'm just not sure about.
All right. I found it. Sorry, it took a while, but yeah, she's another one of the troubled Trump supporting bed wenches and stuff like that. But right now we have. So basically, she's getting a lot of heat for saying if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great again and have things run well, okay, fine. All right, now I'm going to play this video. And she was at a nationalism event. So let's play this.
I agree. I actually don't have any problems at all with the word nationalism. I think that it gets the definition gets poisoned by elitists that actually want globalism. Globalism is what I don't want. So when you think about whenever we say nationalism, the first thing people think about, at least in America, is Hitler. You know, he was a National Socialist. But if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. Problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. He wanted to globalize. He wanted everybody to be German, everybody to be speaking German, everybody to look a different way. That's not, to me, that's not nationalism. So in thinking about how we could go bad down the line, I don't really have an issue with nationalism. I really don't. I think that it's okay. It's important to retain your country's identity and to make sure that what's happening here, which I think is incredibly worrisome in terms of the decrease in the birth rate that we're seeing in the UK, is what you kind of want to avoid. So I don't have anything problem. I have no problems with nationalism. It's globalism that I try to avoid.
All right. So she got a lot of heat for that.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Now, of course, yeah, crew. I hear Candace is retarded. But not totally wrong. Yeah. Now, one thing she was right is if a race of people don't stay within their race, or at least not enough people to stay within their race, then it will be in a situation of a low birth, and will have a population decline. So you need at least enough people to stay in the race so that the population should still grow. So that's the one thing I do agree with her on the speech. But agreeing with just defending Hitler, that is where I don't like about in the speech.
And if you notice in the picture, as she said that, the guy got out the camera. The white guy that's standing next to her on the right, on her left, he got out the picture when she said that, and then jumped back in so she won't feel awkward. I paid attention to that, so he knew she was saying some dumb shit, and she deserved all the criticism she deserves with her pro-Trump stance. Any black person that's on some pro-Trump stance, I would treat him just like a white supremacist, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. All right, so even Farrakhan said that Hitler was a great man. So yeah, because he believed in his race, not everyone else's. You have these swirlers going around saying, let's make more light skin, more mixed babies, we'll make end racism. Matter of fact, I want to bring up a video that was very disturbing. And this is probably what Candace Owens would also be against. What this is something that even some Candace Owens and some nationalists would even be against, or maybe not. But I'm about to show it real quick. You had a football player by the name of Jolly Adi and the white, and what they said was pretty dang disturbing. So okay, I already have it on here. So I'm going to show you what I found very disturbing.
Cheers to more light-skinned kids. Cheers to more light-skinned kids. Really, cheers to more light-skinned kids.
You had this football player of the NFL, Los Angeles, and his fiance, Lindsay Nelson, saying that you had them, those black men with their white girlfriends making toasts to more light-skinned kids like there's this guy's child. I'm like, what?
Who is this? A Jack and Jill Negro that's trying?
I just can't stand some of these swirls, and this is one of the reasons why there is divide between the black man and black woman is idiots like this guy right here. And I'd already and I heard that he had a history of calling darker skinned people tar babies. I'm like, I did a video on the boxer named O'Hara Davies. Mm-hmm. He was bashing black women because they didn't like his white whorish girlfriend. And I found that very disturbing. And this was a boxer who quit boxing and wanted to just go all social media flaunting his girlfriend. I'm like, why you had to do all this? And why are you trying to rub it in the face of black women? Really? If you want to be with your girlfriend, fine. Just keep her away, and don't be bashing black women or other black men.
Well, I'm glad Texas got a law to where if y'all verbally agree to fight, you can fight. Because if this nigga came out here to Houston and said that shit to me, I would record. First of all, I'd get a tape recorder, and I would meet him at an MMA gym and beat the shit out that hoe. I'm just gonna keep it 1,010. So yeah. I'm glad we got that law in the place, and I'll make sure I have that shit recorded as well, because I would beat the shit out that linebacker body ass bitch.
And yes, August Dream, some black people have deep-seated self-hate issues, and yes, he's one of them. And yes, he is a coon, the shadow assassin. Jack and Jill, yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what, to this football player and then to that boxer O'Hara Davies, when you have your Me Too moments, because they will come, or any other wake-up call, and when that white woman decides to take all your money and leave, like what happened to this one soccer player who's now homeless in in Europe, don't be crying to the black community. Especially don't be crying to black women. Don't even be crying to black men that you need help. You go stay with your white girlfriend that might actually leave you and take all your money away. Because remember what happened to that other black football player who said that his white wife was beating him and calling him the N-word? You're going to end up just like that guy.
And the fucked up part about this dude is 6'7", 330 plus pounds, getting his ass beat by basically a 5'6" Becky. I'm like, dude, if you don't, and Albert Hayesworth. That's who it's gotten. I'm a Tennessee Vols fan, but I'm embarrassed to say I'm a Tennessee Vols fan. You know what I'm saying? And
it won't be just me 2 August streams. But Gloria Allred, racist white men.
Yeah, but Albert Hayesworth, as far as that's concerned, he could hold his own nuts on that one with his tap dancing, big 300-pound. Ooh, I can't roast this dude enough, man.
What? Hold on. Daniel Phil. They gave Black Lightning a white woman in Young Justice. That's in the comic books and in the TV series. He's married and he's with a black woman. Why did they give him a white woman instead in the animated show? So that's too peaked. I don't have DC Universe app. That's something to be continued. But yeah, you have these black swirlers. You say black women swirlers are bad. It's black men swirlers are becoming worse, or proving to me that they are the worst.
Man, I don't know who's worse myself, because
you know what, they're both worse. But due to the fact that the black man is what's putting me, the black man, giving me a black man a bad name. That's why I say he's doing a lot of damage to black men like me. You know, I'm single, but if I'll rather be single than be just going with some Becky especially if they turn out to be some racist that will take my money and yell rape and put me in prison.
And then the fucked up part about these dumbass black dudes. Why the fuck? None of these dudes marry an equally financially secure white woman. That's the fucked up part about it. These dudes get the brokest bitches out there and then
they're like prostitutes. But
get taken to the cleaners. I don't feel sorry for you niggas if you get taken to the cleaners. I don't feel sorry for you niggas.
Yeah.
My thing is, as soon as these dudes get these contracts, they think the first thing that is popping is a white girl. RG3 eyes bucking ass.
I know. And the thing, you know what the irony is? When it comes to black women with white men actually pick the smartest of our women, the most highly financed of our women. Just look at Venus Serena or Alicia Tyler or Eve.
Yeah. Even George Lucas' wife was an executive. I think she was like a corporate exec, and they end up marrying her. You know what I'm saying? So these dudes, but these black men, the first white woman they see, where the white woman at? They get the lowest of the fucking lowest. You know, now there are exceptions to the rule, like Quincy Jones. He did pick right. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these dudes just these eyes bucking Negroes. Come on, dude. You're gonna get something. At least get something with money. None of them dudes do that. And then come back to the black community. Well, I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm bigger than black, y'all. Man, get the fuck away from me with that bullshit.
I know. Crew, you got 1 point. Half of them will join MGTOW and stuff like that. Yeah, I cannot. MGTOW is like the male version of feminism. So, yeah. I can't stand feminism and I can't stand MGTOW because they are what being used to separate the black man and the black woman. No. In this time and period, the black man, black woman, black child, black whatever needs to come together, and which most of us are starting to do that right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is just ridiculous. This eyes bucking black. This dude literally looks like the Sambo statue in Thailand. That's how big of a coon this nigga is, man. Oh, my goodness. What's the next subject, brother? I can't fathom that dude.
All right. I'm going to show you a quick picture real quick, and then we'll get on to our next subject. See this? This is the problem we're having. You have two, well, let's just say one black woman and one wannabe black woman, or now decided to claim her blackness woman with two white men.
Oh, so she biggity black, y'all. Oh, so she biggity black, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, let me.
Yeah.
Well, first off, Kamala Harris need to stay over there. Stay over there. Don't come over to Black Society. Stay over there. We're gonna have to get a hashtag going called "Stay Your Ass Over There." Stay your ass over there. That's my thing. Stay your ass over there. You went from locking black men up all around the Oakland Bay Area metropolitan area to now you biggity black, y'all. Stay your ass over there. Don't come into Black Society trying to leech off us. The new hashtag gonna have to get going. Stay your ass over there. Stay your ass over there.
Yeah, I know. And she actually demanded that Justin Fairfax go through a probe investigation, but is silent on Ralph Northam and Mark Herring wearing blackface in their pasts. And same as with Cory Booker. Cory Booker wanted here's what Cory Booker said. Cory Booker said, look at the white point stance, but then goes heavy against Justin Fairfax.
Corny Booker? Is that
I call him Corny Booker too, but yeah.
That's another Negro. We're gonna have to get the hashtag going. Stay your ass over there. Don't come into. We don't even want to fuck with you in Black Society. Just Corny Booker, Corny Bootlicker. Stay your ass over there. Just stay your ass over there. If you ain't talking about, if you ain't trying to give us reparations, the trillions of dollars that they owe us, stay your ass over there. That's the new hashtag that need to get going. Stay your ass over there.
Yeah, like he don't want to do He's like, well, he was asked specifically, "What are you going to do for the black community?" Like, we're going to do something for all America. I'm like, no. We have done all for every other American but Black American. We are sick and tired of that. So yes. And then he's saying he has a girlfriend and stuff like that. I'm like, why don't you show us your girlfriend then? Or are you just a closet homo or something? And you trying to use it? I bet he's gonna go pick out a black girl and try to do the Obama thing with Michelle and stuff. Now I want to show you this video with Ralph Northam saying and it is very disturbing.
Okay. I'm getting ready for a face palm myself, so.
All right. Now what okay, let's see. All right, right here. So
yes. Where it has been. I know this has been a very difficult week for you in the state of Virginia. So where would you like to begin? Where it has been a difficult week, and you know, if you look at Virginia's history, we're now at the 400-year anniversary. Just 90 miles from here, in 1619, the first indentured servants from Africa landed on our shores in Old Point.
He just said indentured servants. No, they were slaves. Slaves. He wouldn't even say the word slaves. And then he's saying that we met with black leaders and stuff like that. I'm like, please shut up. That they probably were some coons.
Translation, correct.
Also known as slavery. Yes. And
And then you heard that there was this one guy who wanted to do a probe of impeachment against Fairfax, but they quickly decided to delay that. I wonder why. I bet you because black people are starting to catch on.
Is there a law to where the governor of Virginia can be removed out of office?
That would be impeachment. But still.
They can, because in some states, they can actually recall the governor. I know Missouri, California is under that law. So I'm trying to figure out for the black people that's in Virginia, is there any way that they can get enough votes to muster up so we can remove this blackface Ku Klux Klan cookout Calvin Candy loving bitch? Is there any way we can get this hoe out the office?
I wish we can, because I happen to live in Virginia, and yeah, I'm really want to find a way to get rid of this guy. Hopefully, find some way to. I'm gonna have to look at the laws here in Virginia.
Please do. Please do. Give me the link to that, and I want to know. I want to know information on that, because if y'all can, please get this this Ku Klux Klan barbecue cookout having motherfucker out office, man. We need to get this whole. The legislation would have to remove him in the state of Virginia, Nikki, because it ain't. Because sometimes I think the voters can also, if it's Tariq had talked about this 4 years ago. What type of state that thing is, but anyway, the voters can recall a governor if it's in the interest of a state. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know what you were saying. I actually found this video with Cory Booker. I wanted to play this video real quick. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, wait, that wasn't it. All right, right here.
Is she in the state of Virginia? Because she might know more, or is she currently looking that up? Nikki, your mod, Nikki.
All right.
I just want to know.
I want to play this. This is just an ad, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, we get to.
So, how do we get to a point where we can start having a conversation about people falling into a defensive crouch? Because sometimes when folks want to tell the truth about something, they fear speaking the truth or talking to people about what they don't understand. I've had conversations with friends of mine this week who just had the safety to come to me and ask me, I don't understand this blackface thing. Can you explain it to me? Imagine in this climate now saying that publicly. I mean, imagine, put yourself, want to have more courageous empathy, put yourself in a white person's position. You might have.
Did y'all hear that?
This damn.
It was a homophobic.
Room pie head.
I got to college and I started working as a volunteer. I eventually ran the organization. It's an organization called The Bridge in Stanford. It's a crisis hotline. Anybody calling any problem, you have suicide calls, sexual assault calls. But I'm a young kid and I didn't know these issues. I started getting these calls from people who were struggling with coming out.
Put yourself in.
And I started hearing these stories of pain and anguish, of hurt and fear. I still remember a guy, I remember his name today, and he was a gay therapy counselor there, and he sat down with me one night and just gave me a safe space to ask him questions. What grace he extended to me to ask stupid questions. A guy that was not woke about LGBTQ issues. But because of that honest conversation, I saw my ignorances and I grew. Thank God he gave me a pathway to redemption. We got to tell the truth, but we, all of us, black, white, gay, straight, gotta start extending grace to each other so we can have honest conversations.
All right.
13 years in
I have no word. Welcome, GG. I saw you come on in, so welcome.
Welcome.
Gigi, are you there?
Take-
Hi, yes, I am. Thanks.
Hey, do you want to express your thoughts of what you just heard?
Not really. Not really. Not right now.
Yeah, it's just what Corey is doing. It is bad.
Well, my whole stance is, I don't know. My whole thing is, I'm kind of on a fence about how we uh, do things nowadays. Um, we're a little bit too radical sometimes, or are we ready to prejudge everything without knowing the full circle of how things function and how things work? And we, to this day, still don't understand that between us, we still don't see each other as humans.
Yeah,
Because we're so quick to judge each other. While they're uplifting each other, we're judging each other.
yeah, but you have people. They're trying to shove these candidates down our throat. That my problem is not judging Cory Booker. If Cory Booker brought us the tangibles to help the black community, even if we didn't like him, we would have picked him still because he was willing to work with us. But they're not. But my real problem is that he's not bringing tangibles to make us want to vote for him. You know, a politician is supposed to be a servant of the people. Yeah, we know in America you have to help all different groups and stuff like that because they're citizens, but you have Democrats who are willing to help non-citizens, immigrants, over the black community who has lived here since slavery, who are citizens. That's a problem. You have these pro-immigrants like Kamala Harris and Cory Booker, but they have no tangibles for the black community. And these
I'm
are
not.
black representatives.
I'm not disputing that. We're not doing much for our own kind, and um, that you know they are dismissing us when it comes to business adventures and education and all kind of things. I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is, what does a relationship with somebody else have to do with with making something better? You know what I mean? When we get into somebody's deep lives that has nothing to do with anything else, like their children, it becomes kind of like it's you're attacking in a different tactic, and it's weird. It becomes kind of like what's the point?
We're
I don't care who dates who. I don't care if you like white women, Asian women, Spanish women. Do you? That's you. That's your private life. That's your love life. If your children come out, they're still gonna come out black. It don't matter in this society. That's what it is. And once you mix with black, you black.
Well,
So
here's the
it is.
problem. Well, here's the problem with interracial dating. You know what I'm saying? Because I have the same stance as Tariq Nasheed does in terms of interracial dating. You know, the problem with a lot of guys when they date black men, when they date interracial, they date the bottom of the barrel. Not only that, they not only do that, but they crap on the entire black community in the process of dating white women. If a lot of guys didn't do that, I would be for it. If black guys wasn't getting shot in the streets, the way they are in this, because my stance on it now is I don't
You
recommend
know
it.
what? I find it freaking offensive and fucking laughable that y'all got a problem when black women start to date outside their race. It's
I,
weird as fuck. No, no, because you guys didn't have a problem when all your superstars were dating white women. Y'all didn't have a problem with that shit until
we was
black
just
women decided.
talking
No, until
about we
black women. No, I'm talking. I'm saying real quick. Till black women started dating and marrying, and then you're like, oh, they're taking all the smart women away. That's what I heard earlier. Oh, they're taking all the black smart women away. I'm like, yeah, they
but they
are.
do.
They
They
do.
do.
Yes, they do. Because they see the quality. The thing is, it's not about the freaking. See, y'all still stuck on this race shit. It ain't about race, to tell you the truth. They're playing that game shit on y'all, and y'all still falling for it.
The problem, I never had problem with people's relationships, but it's just you don't need to rub it. And if you're gonna date outside your race, go ahead and date. Just don't be bashing the community and stuff like that. And because that's my problem with what the guy did and others is they're also bashing the community, and they're also saying doing toast to more light-skinned kids. That's an insult against dark-skinned kids.
So what? You know what? So what? Because you know what? And I'm gonna probably get hate mails and hate thumbs down and all that bullshit. You know, light skinned people don't get a fucking credit for nothing. We gotta keep our asses shut all the fucking time. All right, we gotta come to your standards of living, and you know the thing is, they're using colorism on y'all for real, and y'all don't even see it happening. Because just because I'm light don't mean I don't have an even lighter sibling and an even darker sibling. My daughter's darker than me. But y'all, but do she see that shit? No. But do y'all see that shit? Yeah. You know, my daddy's African. My daddy's black as black.
We are not saying.
No. What I'm saying, I'm not coming on as an angry person. I'm just saying, yeah, they're talking because what it is you don't know when you're light skinned and you go and you're amongst black people don't treat you. You get the same racism from white people as you get from black people. Is what I'm saying. You get the same freaking retaliation for being you for no damn reason. And then the thing is, y'all want to say, "Oh, I ain't racist, I ain't this, I ain't that," but I'm like, I kind of feel the same way. You just made me feel like that white person just made me feel. Yeah, I'm sorry. I went there because look, I'm just speaking for, and I know y'all want to say no. It's okay. You know what I'm trying to say is, don't make it a fucking mistake or a problematic thing for people who want to fit in, say light-skinned people who want to be with their community. Or see, there's an agenda out here, all right? There's an agenda, and y'all are looking, and then the people who really live in it, y'all ain't even contributing to the people who need your help. The shit is, somebody has to speak out for somebody, right? Or else it's not heard. So let's put it this way. Me myself, I've been put in situations where I'm in the middle of a black school, and say all the black kids don't want to fucking talk to me because I'm light skinned. They think I'm this, I'm that, and so once they heard I'm African, then they want to be like, oh, African monkey scratcher, booty scratcher and shit. Like they come at me crazy. You get what I'm saying? So who the hell am I supposed to turn to and trust? So if somebody wants to uplift light-skinned people, let them uplift light-skinned people. Light-skinned people, it'd be like, you know what? It used to be like, oh, y'all in today, but y'all gonna be gone tomorrow. Y'all in for the season. It's like weird as fuck. Like, where does that come from? Oh, because I'm a house nigga. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all are programmed to dysfunction.
We were not saying that we were trying to attack light-skinned people. We want both white and dark-skinned black people joined together. At the end of the day, we're one black race. but we just didn't like how they did it. But it looked like it felt like they were insulting the dark skin. They were the ones that were using colorism against dark skinned people, and the football player had the history of calling dark skinned people tar babies and stuff, and that's why I did not like what he did, because I did not like what that dark skinned guy did. I mean, and this was a dark skinned guy calling other dark skinned people tar babies. There's something going on with the audio. You might have to mute the can you mute your audio real quick, GG? Because I'm hearing echoes. Okay, thank you, GG. The point is, we're trying to say is this the football player has self-hate issues with his skin color being dark, so he wants more light-skinned babies because he doesn't want a dark-skinned baby. That's what we're trying to say. We're not attacking light-skinned people. We know there are light-skinned and dark-skinned people that do love the black race. And at the end of the day, we're one black race. Whether you're light-skinned, albino, dark-skinned, black, at the end of the day, the society is going to treat you like a black person regardless. Our issue was that guy and his white fiance. The only reason why they want a light-skinned baby because they don't want a dark-skinned baby. That's my issue.
Can I say this? A lot of people, believe it or not, a lot of people in our community do that for the sake of that. And it's a mind trip. Because I know growing up, I had girlfriends that said, yeah, I want my baby, I just want to have a baby by some Latino or white dude so I can have a light-skinned baby. And then I've heard it from white girls who said, I just want to, I just want a baby by a black dude so I can have a mixed baby. I've heard that shit before. It's nothing new under the sun. It's been said and done in front of me, right in my face. So it's like, why are we stuck on stupid? I mean, I'm sorry. We're stuck on this freaking race stuff. It's not, eventually, what's going to happen is that all of us are going to be fucking prelude.
That part I do kind of understand. Because I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm brown-skinned black. Like, matter of fact, let me show you myself. Like, this is how I look as a black person. Hold on. Yeah, this is how I look. But at the end of the day, I'm a black person. I'm going to be treated as a black person, regardless if I'm lighter than you or darker than you. I'm certified as a black person, and in this panel and in my videos, I want to help black people of all skin tones of blackness to understand their blackness and accept themselves, and so we can get rid of this self-hate issue and also end this colorism issue that has been caused not just by black people alone, but you could also blame the white community or other communities for the colorism that us, whether we are dark skinned or white or light skinned. Remember, they created the paper bag test, and when they treated the mulattoes and house, I mean, they still treated them like slaves, but the reason why white people were willing to treat light-skinned people and biracials better was, like you said, to divide our community between light skin and dark skin. And and video and our different channels and videos and streams like this, we want to end the divide and bring more of the unity.
Oh, I agree with you fully, Jdawg. I'm just saying, too, it's like, you know what? This is a distraction. It's tactic. This is nothing new. This is why are we caught up on what he's doing with his life? Let him destroy his life. Let him be free.
And you know what? And like I said earlier, if when Me Too comes after him, when the cops come after him, I probably didn't say that part, but when they all come after him, we don't help him out. Whether you're light skinned or dark skinned, we don't help him out because he doesn't want to help our community out. And when his woman decides to leave him, you as black women don't try to help him out because he has showed what he is. His hate has showed you what it is. And so that what Cruz said and what Jimmy said, stay over there. Exactly. Because you obviously like it there.
And you're right. That's a good statement. Stay over there. Do you. You don't need my help. You got it figured out. Go ahead.
All right. It's good that we're talking about this.
Sorry.
Now I want to bring back the situation with the governor of Virginia. They're willing to punish heavily Fairfax because they're trying to bring the attention away from Ralph Northam. Not like you said, this is they like to use distraction. They're trying to use Justin Fairfax to distract us away from the wrongdoings of Ralph Northam and Mark Henry, who were both now Mark Henry, because I live in the state of Virginia. He's the attorney general. He at least confessed that he did do blackface. He did it to impersonate the famous rapper, the legendary Curtis Blow, and even Ralph Northam admitted to doing blackface because he wanted to what did he want? Oh yeah, he was dressing up as Michael Jackson, but he said he had nothing to do with the picture that was shown on the yearbook with the other blackface and the Klan outfit. So all of a sudden, some woman pops up and says that, and there are reports that a second woman has come forward. So now, if Justin Fairfax truly did these things, because he's saying that one of them women he has confessed was kind of consensual, and now if he done these rapes and so whatever, let's punish him. He needs to be held accountable, but he needs to at least have his day in court and an investigation going, not just trying to impeach him immediately and try to get rid of him because you don't want him to take power away from the white dude. And to the so-called woman who is coming forward, why didn't I say to that woman, I have to ask your timing. Now, this is not blaming actual victims of rape.
Oh, you know what? I'll speak on that because I'm a woman and I can look. I know, Jdawg. I know men don't want to talk about those kind of issues. Women lie all the time on their pussy. I'm sorry to tell you. I've met so many women that says they've been raped, they've been molested, and I know it ain't true because I'm not one of those. I've never been touched. So I cannot relate to those who have been, but I can tell when a person sits there and want to be part of the freaking parade.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to talk about. I also want to talk about the timing of this coming forward and what she did in 2000 or 2004. Why didn't you go to the police? Know this country. This country if a black person did something, even if the black person was innocent, if you say a black person did it, they would immediately believe you, even if you was black yourself, and will arrest the black guy because that's how this country is, how racist this country is. But you going around saying you're afraid, power, and then not going to police or not telling someone like a male family member, and then you're just waiting, and then all of a sudden this black guy is going to get this money or this power or this wealth. We're going to make this movie on being
Cha-ching.
Nate Parker and stuff, and all of a sudden you have the strength to come forward.
Cha-ching. And let's not forget that women rape men too, okay? Let's not forget that, all right? Some women impose themselves on men. Some women force themselves on men. And then sit there and be like, he took advantage of me. They used to use that crap back in slavery times, you know? Oh, this is why they were castrating black men back in the day and hanging them up because they thought, oh, do you think a slave would sit there really want to sit there and actually mess with the master's freaking wife or daughter
I
or
know,
whatever?
and knowing that he would be killed or hanged by the black.
Exactly.
And here's
And
another
so,
example what you say about women can be rapists too. Look at all the teachers that have been caught up in these rape cases or these consensual sex statutory rape cases. Majority of those teachers are white women.
yep, and that's the oh Me Too movement. No, you if you're a slut, you're a slut. I'm sorry. Do what you do, but keep it behind closed doors. At least a hooker is honest about her shit. You know what I mean? The thing is, these chicks want to lie just to protect the because they got caught up.
Yes, or they were famous actresses and stuff. They were getting all the roles by sleeping around with a bunch of these fat old producers, Harvey Weinstein, for example. And then all of a sudden, he wants a younger woman, a new generation. And then all of a sudden, you're not getting the props and the acting roles and stuff no more. And then all of a sudden, you're gonna call rape or Me Too or Time's Up and whatsoever, not because it's the right thing for two, but because you're jealous of the young new talent.
You're right because you know what? I'm an artist and I've been in like around the industry and but I ain't done nothing with nobody because I know not to meet nobody at no damn hotel room. Why she got it videotaped? Oh, because you're gonna try and catch somebody. So what was you wearing at the time? How come we don't see your face? How come we don't see what you was? Are you sensually provocating him? Are you maybe he thought he was gonna get something out of it. Maybe you said
Yeah,
something beforehand. We only
yeah.
hear what see. We only hear what they want us to hear, and then we ready to place blame. We don't say, "How did you end up in that room, girl? How did you do that?"
No, because if you did that, then they will say you were victim blaming and well, you don't believe the women. We gotta believe the women or the rape victim. I'm like, well then tell us why you was in that room and why don't you go to the police immediately and get a rape kit on you when the incident happens. I know some people are scared and traumatized.
No, it was a business deal. It was a business deal.
Yeah. Now I understand Me Too could have been had good intentions, but you see, and that's another thing. When they do that stuff, that hurts the actual victims of rape even more than the actual rapists.
Right. You're right about that. And that's when I say you gotta you see. I went to school. I took psychology, and I'm not tooting my own horn or whatever, but I've been around and I've listened to people speak, and I can see the bullshit sometimes. And if one person, if you get them in a group, and one person said, "Well, I was molested as a child," guess what? the next 5 people is gonna say, I was too, and I'm going like, no, y'all wasn't.
Yeah. And to the men, this is why men, including especially black men like myself, need to be careful when we start going out dating and dates and stuff. If you see the girl is too loose, too open, and this is just only the first date or whatsoever, you need to walk away from that immediately, because if you decide to just go all in and not be careful, then the next day you're being called by the police. We need to talk to you, this woman, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. So yeah, men also need to be careful too.
Well, that my I guess what I'm trying to say is it's human nature to wanna sit and dissect everything, or to make people want to believe in us, or to get seek attention, right? So
Yeah,
mm, with okay, from a woman's point of view, and I'm just gonna say, because a lot of dudes really do not want to rape nobody. I don't understand this freaking. They actually do not want to inflict pain on no one, and so my stance on this is, first off, to break
especially a
down.
lot of black men. A lot of black men don't want to do rape and stuff because they know
Well,
that the laws are very, the world is truly against them. We have to be the most gentleman of gentlemen to women of all kind everywhere, because we know how society looks at us. But what you were saying, Gigi?
Oh no, because I'm just saying, because no, you're right. Because don't nobody want to sit there and want to be that face, the person that's caused harm. Unless you're really a real psychopath, or
Yeah, if
or,
you're a
or you out
psychopath,
there.
yeah, you need to be stopped.
And usually those people tend to kill people. Those people tend to kill people to shut them up. They don't just rape and leave and go about their merry way and give you a job. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, and Fairfax, Justin Fairfax, going to him, he's even in asking for investigation, but yet you have some Democrats, and remember, this is the Democrats, not the Republicans, the Democrats that are trying to do early impeachment, but there's been no investigation or no evidence coming up. We're not even sure if the women are truly lying or telling the truth. They just don't want the white person to lose power. I and speaking of blackface, let's go back to the blackface situation. Isn't it ironic that we getting a lot of these blackface stories during Black History Month? I just talked about earlier about
It's not ironic at all.
yeah, yeah. All right. We've been getting a lot of blackface stories lately, and on Black History Month, we just talked about earlier. A Secretary of State in Florida has been caught with blackface. Nick Cannon has called out a bunch of celebrities just recently over blackface. People from Jimmy Kimmel to Sarah Silverman, because they've actually done comedy sketches and episodes of their shows wearing blackface.
Can I can I say that? Can I say something? Does that really bother everybody? Does that really bother us? Or why are
Um,
we letting it bother us when we put on whiteface?
you know what? Maybe that's what some people in the black community is just saying, that maybe we should start doing. Yeah, why don't we start putting whiteface on? Let's see how they feel about it. Let's see. Since they like to put blackface on, let's see if that people have put on whiteface before, but you just don't hear it much because we don't think like that. We're not these maniacs who are obsessed on a certain group of people. But yeah, let's do a bunch of white face photos and pictures and stuff like that. Let's see how they react. Let's see if they want to and yeah, I heard about the what Prada did and what Gucci did. I first of all, I never wore none of those products, or I'm not sure if any of my family members have had any of those products or stuff. We need to start, going to the competitors or start finding black-owned designers and start wearing clothing, as because the Gucci and Prada doing that blackface stuff. They're showing telling you right there they do not want us buying their products, even though we helped, especially the rappers, helped and make their brands famous. There's this Tommy Hilfiger. He said he didn't want no black people wearing his stuff. And you know what?
He said that on live television as well, and they
Yeah.
scrubbed the internet of that. He said it on the when Vibe had their own night show. He actually said that on live TV because I remember that as an adolescent at that time. So
Oh yeah, he said it on the Oprah. He said his product was not meant. Hilfiger said his product was not meant for black people to be wearing
And
his
you know
stuff.
what? I never bought Tommy Hilfiger. And you know what? I'm glad because the best way to shame them for him for saying that is to actually not buy his product. And let's see how much money he makes without the black dollar.
And see, we buy into this shit all the time. This is where we need to stop. See, this is where the quit looking at color and look at money. Where's your money going?
Yeah.
Because see, we're investing on stupid shit.
Yes. When we need to invest on us, our community. So you'd be like, okay, fine. You know what, Tommy Hilfiger, you don't want us wearing your stuff. Fine. We'll go create our own stuff. We'll find a black person. We'll find your competitor, and let's see how much money you made without us buying your products. That's exactly the attitude we need, especially in investing in black-owned business and stuff. If there happens to be any in the area, or at least some way, just having the discipline to keep our money away from stupid stuff. But a lot of, like you said, a lot of black people don't have that discipline. We need to get that discipline.
agreed, totally agreed.
I agree. I agree. I agree. But I'm just gonna say, oh, Lord, my husband in the background talking crazy. Um.
Oh,
Anyway,
I said hi.
no, no. I'm just gonna say basically, yeah. You know. The thing is, we kind of take a topic and run with it, or you know what, it's hypnotizing. It's sit there and see. That's why you gotta uh keep your mind moving and jump from. You can't stagnate. You cannot sit still on one topic only. You have to constantly see where the angle's at. It's a chess game. You can't be playing checkers with these people, and you gotta play with you just like they're playing with your mind. You gotta play with their minds. You can't go on emotions only. You gotta be tactful. You gotta start looking through their eyes.
Yeah.
A lot of us are sitting here on our emotions. Oh, we got used, we got abused. No, you didn't. You didn't get abused. You didn't get used. Your ancestors did. Now you're feeling the draft of it. Yeah, you got mind fucked. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. You're like, we've been played and stuff like that. I'm like, what are you gonna do now to not get played anymore? Are you gonna stop shopping there? I heard, I think from August Dream, she said something about Timberland. All right, said racist things. The biggest customers is black men. Well, I don't have no Timberland boots, and thank you for telling me because I know not to go to Timberland then. See, I've been boycotting a lot of places recently. I've boycotted Starbucks, CVS. I guess Timberland is added to the list, and then some things I've never shopped there. Period. So I don't really have to boycott because it's either too expensive for me or I never shopped there. But thank you for giving me a bigger reason not to shop there.
All right. Unless we hear it from the owners, sometimes we cannot. We cannot sit and boycott some because somebody that they
Well,
hired
yeah,
did something
that's
wrong.
true. That's true.
Because you know what, I've like worked for Gap Corporate, and I was part of the community that did the Red Project for raising money for AIDS Foundation for Africa, for the Red Project, those T-shirts that used to be like saying Thai Red or Inspire Red kind of crap. So um in the at the end of the day, the bosses would come in, Bono would come in, and they had true good hearts. So that's why I don't want this to become like a black white situation. We got to look at it from a demon and non-demonized situation. People who are demonic and people who are not, because you know what, I've encountered a lot of um, demonic people who were white and demonic people who were black, who were Latin, who were Asian. I've come with the look they give you makes you go, nope, serial killer, or nope, they don't got souls. You know what I mean? And the thing is, they're trying to confuse, and remember, the propaganda is for us to get distracted with this bullshit. So while they're building robots to look as real as the next man, so who you gonna stand up with when a robot that looks just like you, who say they make a black robot, but it functions like a white person, but it acts black. It's all in your agenda. It's there for you. It's infiltrating you, getting all your secrets, all your thoughts, all this and that, all your information, and then go back and report it. So you're standing for the wrong cause. You're not looking at the fucking brighter side, the bigger picture ahead of time. You're not looking at the future. You're not looking at what they're doing to you. It ain't like I said, it ain't about race, because it can make shit look racial. So you can feel comfortable in your skin. Stop feeling comfortable in your skin. All right? How about you fucking get out of that little box y'all built around, that little igloo, that little dream fountain you're drinking out of, and then look back and watch them. Because half the people that say they're white ain't white at all.
All right. Thank you for that. Jimmy, do you have anything to say about what Gigi just said? Jimmy, are you still there?
Oh, my bad. My bad. I have no comment, sir.
Okay.
But do you see that coming? I mean, the robots that they're making them look like humans, and
Yeah, I saw them, and you got them sex dolls and stuff like that. Yeah, I've been seeing a
well,
lot of
yeah,
that stuff.
but they're gonna make robots who look visually human, like with facial expressions and everything.
Dang.
If they don't, if they not walking around already, right? Because whatever
Yeah.
they present to us has been around probably for 30 years already.
So basically, it's like
Um,
Terminator or Sergey.
right. And so what I'm saying is they're gonna replicate something that has your skin tone, that feels like you, that looks like you, that agrees with you. You understand what I'm saying? And you're gonna
Yeah.
think, oh, that's a black man. No, it ain't. That's a robot. I'm not going into the deep end of the robotic stuff and yeah, cloning and all that good shit. But it has been happening. Like when we said test tube babies back in the day, I'm like, that's a clone. That's the first. I think that was the first clone, if not the first one they represented on TV. They tried to say, oh no, the sheep was the clone. I'm like, test tube baby is a clone. I think. I don't think you can just have a baby outside your stomach. Sorry. But anyway, no, but Jdawg, I'm just saying, like, we cannot sit see, I'm listening to everybody, and I'm trying to be affectionate, and I'm trying to understand, and I'm trying to be like, okay, but some people take it to a radical, see, some people will take your words and take it to a whole nother level of radical. I know you're more balanced and everything, but some people will take that and they take it to a whole nother level of ridiculousness of we can't do, and I'm like, yeah, you missing the point. They miss the point. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe. Okay. All right, so I got
Sorry,
a
sir.
couple more topics. Maybe one more. Um, there's a senator in Alabama. His name is Roger Smitherman, and he's now reintroducing legislation to end racial profiling by police officers. Um, he said that he passed his bill passed in the Senate, but not in their state House of Representatives. Um, so we have this is a black senator in probably a state one in Alabama who's trying to trying to be one of maybe the few good black leaders that we may have left that's trying to fight against racism, especially by the hands of these police officers. Now, does anyone have anything to say about that? He's actually made this bill like 15 years ago.
I think we definitely need more. We definitely need more of that. We definitely need more white people to do that. But unfortunately, we don't have a lot of them out there. So we
No,
definitely
this guy
need.
is black, but yeah,
Oh, this guy's like. Oh, we need more. Well, I should say we need more legislatures. Period. Rather black or white to make bills like that. So we need more. We need more bills like that. I should say.
yes, we do. Now, really speaking of legislators, we have this woman, um, Omari. She is being forced to apologize for her so-called controversy tweets. Now, this is basically them Democrats and maybe some Republicans defending racist Israel. But let's hear through this video what's going on.
Welcome to Dollar Shave
All right,
Club.
this is just
We make
another
amazing,
ad.
world-class grooming products to help you
I
look,
hate
feel,
when
and
these
smell your
ads
best.
happen.
We've got it all from skin to shower to teeth to tush to hair, and of course shaving. And the best part is, the more you buy, the more you save.
I apologize for anyone that has to see this ad.
It'll automatically keep you stocked up on your products so you don't run out. Right now, get a Dollar Shave Club starter set for just $5. Only at dollarshaveclub.com.
Bipartisan backlash against freshman Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar over recent tweets being interpreted as anti-Semitic. The Minnesota Democrat suggested Republicans back Israel because of the campaign contributions they received from AIPAC, a pro-Israel group, despite the fact that AIPAC does not donate directly to candidates. Now, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is calling for Democratic leadership to take action over the comments before he takes matters into his own hands. I'm not sure what that would even mean. Jake Sherman is luckily here, and he can help me through that. He's a senior writer for Politico, and lucky us, an MSNBC political contributor. All right, Jake, lay this all out for us. How did it start?
So you're right at the top. Kevin McCarthy does not really have the ability to punish the congresswoman for her remarks, and it's unclear what remarks exactly he is talking about. Ilhan Omar, a new congresswoman from Minneapolis, who replaced Keith Ellison, who is now the Attorney General of Minnesota, has indicated support for the BDS movement, the boycott, divest movement when it comes to Israel. And so has one other congresswoman, Rashida Tlaib from Michigan. And Kevin McCarthy has found that objectionable and has indicated he thinks Democratic leadership should punish them. And if they don't, he will do it himself. Again, he can't do that. He's in the minority. Now, last night, the congresswoman tweeted, "It's all about the Benjamins," in reference to McCarthy's criticism, seemingly indicated that McCarthy's opposition to her remarks were born out of the contributions that he has gotten from Jewish.
How is that
individuals. And some people mention
anti-Semitic?
Sheldon Adelson, who is Jewish, a big supporter of Israel, and a big Jewish philanthropist who donated $50 million to House Republicans, the House Republican Super PAC, in the 2018 midterm elections. So I think that's really the crux of the issue. And I think from the political point of view, there are two issues here that we are seeing in the Democratic Party for the first time in the 10 years I've been covering Congress, and I'm sure other people believe for the first time in a longer time, a split in the Democratic Party. There are people who are openly critical of Israel for what appears to be a larger number for the first time in recent memory, and there are Democrats who are very pro-Israel who are speaking out against their colleagues. And I think this is going to be a continuing political issue. We're seeing this again for the first time, and we're seeing its staying power for the first time.
Walk me through the backlash.
Yeah. So Josh Gottheimer and Max Rose, two relatively young House Democrats, Gottheimer from New Jersey, Max Rose from Staten Island and Brooklyn, both New York area lawmakers, spoke out against Omar and condemned her remarks. And Gottheimer even went so far to say he's been seeking a meeting with her to try to discuss what he considers anti-Semitic tropes in her remarks for the last couple of weeks, and she's rebuffed that. And Chelsea Clinton also spoke out. Another Democrat spoke out against her remarks and got a lot of pickup online last night. So you are seeing, again, this cleave within the Democratic Party on issues like this. And again, there are two separate issues at play here. There is the criticism, and many believe it to be valid in the Democratic Party, of Israel as a country, as a government, and its policies. That's something that some people in the Democratic Party hold. Some people in both parties might hold that. And then there is this separate issue of indicating that somebody's political position is born out of contributions from the Jewish community, which many believe does have anti-Semitic undertones.
It's tonight's main event. Donald Trump invading.
Okay. So, Jdawg.
Yeah.
You sound annoyed with me. Well, didn't I say that from the beginning? It ain't it's about the money, like she said, just like she said, it's about the Benjamins. It's about the money. It ain't about nothing else. It's about the money.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, Israel is anti-black, anti-Arab. That government is run by anti-black, anti-Arab. You have black immigrants being attacked, being neutralized. There's been protests from Ethiopian Jews.
How about we, Jdawg? How about we say they anti-strong people? How about we say they anti people who they think is gonna actually take it back, that what they stole from us?
You mean like us black people, the Hebrew Israelites and stuff like that? I'm not Hebrew Israelite, but the Hebrew Israelites claim Israel, and the black people of the past whose land and was stolen from the fake white Jews and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, and genocide happens all the time. People still don't know that genocide is still happening right underneath our breath right now. They just don't talk about it. People are getting genocide. And genociding is not, oh, let's blend no, because they know trying to blend, they know that doesn't work. Trying to blend or races together, make the dark race is stronger. What do? They genocide.
Yeah.
That's the real threat is genociding.
Yeah. And here's the thing. A lot of people have been critical against Israel because of the treatment of the black immigrants, the black Jews, and then the treatment of the Palestinians, and stuff. And that's why a lot of people are boycotting Israel. But then you have these pro politicians who are pro Israel that are even trying to make laws that if you are against Israel, you are a threat, you'll be dealt with, and you'll be deemed anti-Semitic. So they're against boycotts, that they will punish businesses and people who boycott Israel. They try to make laws with that. Jimmy, do you have anything to say? What me and Gigi are talking about?
I'm sorry, man. But yeah, everything is anti-Semitic to them, man. So I mean, they can miss me with that bull crap as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, yeah, like we mentioned earlier, why there's not a lot of why there's not a lot of laws against being anti-black and stuff like that. Oh, right, because they benefit being anti-black.
Exactly. And if being Jewish was so if being Jewish was so prestigious, then why don't they protect some of the black Jews over in African countries as well as some of the black Jews, which are the real black people of Israel? Why don't they protect them? Why don't they make laws to protect them? You know what I'm saying? So I don't me personally, I don't get into the Jewish thing because it's all a con game as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, so yeah, they can miss me, and yeah, the Israel, they stole that. Yeah, they stole the land. Those people who currently run Israel, they stole that land years ago, and now you hear confessions of people claiming that the black people. You even have people who are non-black saying that that land belongs to black people. Not trusting every non-black person, but yeah, you even have them saying that that land belongs to black people, the Arabs and stuff like that.
For sure. For sure.
And now this congresswoman, she's basically going to the same thing that Lamont Hill. Well, first of all, I can care less about Mark Lamont Hill. He could just go, like you say, go stay over there. But I have nothing against this woman. She was all she did was speaking the truth, and now they're going to try to destroy her political career before it even starts. All right, I think I'm about to wrap this up. Um, so thank y'all, both of you, for coming. Make sure you
Thank
subscribe.
you.
Thank you,
Oh, hey
sir.
Jimmy. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to do a live stream, a part 3 of the LDBC, either around 7:30 or 8. Well, most likely right now I'm shooting for 7:30 because that's uh
Okay, that'll work better for me. You talking about 7:30 Virginia time,
Eastern time. Yes,
Eastern time, so
7:30
that'll be
p.m. Yeah,
6:30 for me.
that'll be tomorrow.
Okay,
If something comes up, then um I'll just have to either move it to 8 or postpone it to another day. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna try to do the final chapter of, and I because I did 2 other video episodes to support these platforms and channels of the LDBC, and I already have all their channels in the description box for people to subscribe to, because when I do the support these channels and platforms is to help people grow their platforms. And I talk about the channels and stuff, and maybe one day I might do an episode. Maybe tomorrow, you Jimmy tomorrow, and but maybe one day I'll do an episode for you GG, you and several other people to help you get more subscribers to y'all channels and stuff. What do you think about that, GG?
I'm down with it. I mean, I'm not doing this I'm not doing this to gain popularity or nothing, but
Oh no, it's
I'm
just
here for.
I've been doing we just this is one way of trying to connect more with our
Yeah,
community. So yeah, I try to help
definitely.
even if I don't have a lot of viewers or subscribers, I still want to help other people out as
And you know
well.
what? Extra voices are needed to be heard from different standpoints, and I'm thankful that you allowed me to speak on certain things, and certain things, and I'm eccentric, and you see what comes out my mouth is not necessary, but it makes a lot of sense, don't it?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna call a liar out when it comes to push and shove. I'm not gonna call him by name, but I'm just gonna be like, look, y'all tripping. This is how it really is. This is not through my eyes or through the eyes of people who have come to me and um, been honest, you know, and said, this is what I really was thinking about when I did that shit. And I'm like, oh, for real? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, so it's not about what you think it's about half the time. It's it's perception, and people get chastised, and then that's when you create hate, and that's when you create a bond of other people trying to form and become like this little troops of, see, they did me wrong, they did me wrong, and then you got people who never been done wrong want to join some kind of group. You know what I mean? Anyway. But you know, they used to know me as Gigi Giggles, and so I'm like, sorry.
All
I
right.
giggle sometimes.
All
But
right.
Jdawg, I had a great time being on here, and thank you for letting me speak. And I also want to say that, yeah, your show is great, and I try to catch it as much as I can. And I, yeah, your channel is definitely a great channel.
All right.
And
Thank you.
also, nice to meet you, Jim. Is it Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy J Smooth. Yeah. He does
Yeah,
Correct.
like a sports channel, sports stuff, but he talks about issues in the community, and he also likes to give shout outs. He's also a fan of the LDBC.
yeah,
Or at first I thought he was a member, but he's like one of the big fans of the LDBC.
More
yeah.
like an
You know,
affiliate. More like an
yeah,
affiliate more than
Yeah,
anything
he's
else.
the affiliate of the LDBC.
you know, and
They
and
have
that's a
good
good
channels.
thing. You know, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing to, like, reach out and be there for each other. But
Yeah.
then we gotta, yeah, but we gotta stay conscious. We can't let our focus get the best of, or, our imagination get the best of us. We gotta stay grounded, think logically, and uh we're such emotional and passionate people that we tend to forget it ain't about you. It really is not, really, to tell you the truth. At the end of the day, you're not being singled out unless you're being singled out, right? So
Yeah.
when you think about it collectively, you have to look at where the pinpoint is, and it's where the money runs.
Now, if you want to see an example of what I do about the support these platforms, the channels episodes, I recently created playlists of all the um, you probably reason why I have like racist YouTubers and coons and traders. That's because I kind of do a little spy missions, to basically I also try to keep aware of our enemies and stuff like that. Now, three of these playlists I have are segments that I do. One's called Black in Business, where I talk about entrepreneurship. We'll talk about what certain stories involving people in business or economics and stuff like that, like building or selling a product at a store or trying to develop a business. And I hope to do more episodes of that. BF&T News stands for Black Film and Television, where I talk about uh, the film and television when it comes to black people involved in the film and television. Now you would think like this is a celebrity gossip thing, but it's not. I talk about the actual film projects or television projects that coming up, or certain film or television projects, and a black actor happens, or director or writer or producer has to be have something big involved. So I talk about, I don't just do like this celebrity is sleeping with this celebrity. No, I don't do that. I talk about what the film is, what they're trying to do, what's the purpose of the show, and stuff. Basically, the acting, the director, the producer. I go into their actual profession and talk about what projects they have, like, or talk about if they won awards at a award show or something like that. That's what I talk about. I don't talk about that other celebrity gossip stuff, like who they're in their relationship stuff. That's what I do for BF&T News. Now this right here is called, is what I was talking about just now, called support these platforms. So basically, I have all the different episodes. Now this is just the This is the first episode. Basically, is what I do is on the comment section and description box. I I have the list of all these different channels, and then on my actual stream, I will pick a channel to talk about, and then I will uh play like maybe one or two videos to which is basically like a sample of the channels. This is for all people who are new to the segments that I'm doing. And basically, after I play that person's video, I'll put a link into to the chat room for people to subscribe to, or they can come to either the description box or the comment section. Or the comment section, and then they can decide whether or not to subscribe. And of course, this is, I always put down my own channels and platforms. And I don't just do YouTube channels. I talk about if they have websites or Twitter or Facebook, or if they're part of any of the Black-owned websites like Black Junction or Blitter.app or Black Space, Black Spot, or whatsoever. So yeah, that's what I do, and to help them get more supporters or have us in a connect, to because we're the quote unquote supposed to be the quote unquote new Black media. So why don't we combine as one media conglomerate in the purpose of helping our community? So what do you and now tomorrow's episode is going to be a final chapter. I'm going to do the LWC channels that I didn't get to talk about in the previous two, but I might talk about some of them and some of them from the previous videos, but also talk about the ones I didn't get to talk about in the last two episodes involving the LDBC. So what do y'all think about that? And you can go to that playlist and check out all the different episodes to catch up and see if you want to subscribe to any of those people, because there's a lot of good people that I've subscribed. Those are mostly people I subscribe to. There's a lot of good people that have good content, like POV Hilarious, Terrain, Lisa, Radical, Nyla, Superboy. They're all in different videos. They're not all in the same video, but they're all in different videos. And there's more people that I hope to do in the future. So, what do y'all think about that?
Good stuff, man. Definitely good stuff, brother.
Yeah,
Yes.
check out those past videos to see if there's, even if you don't want to watch the whole video, if look at all the channels in the description box and comment section when you get the chance, and see if you want to subscribe to any of them.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Sounds great.
And also go to those other playlists, Black in Business and BFT News, to see what you think about some of those videos if y'all get the chance. So yeah, and that's for anyone in the chat room who wants to check those out. If you haven't got to check those videos out, or see if you want to subscribe to those people, or if you want to buy something from those businesses. Hold on, I'm gonna open my screen again. Let's see here. All right, because I do want to show you maybe a little bit of the dang it, I lost it. All right, here. This is, of course, this is Black in Business, whatever you do, when you look at the playlist, don't ever when you looking at when you looking at these different playlists, whatever you do, don't subscribe or support anyone from the sellouts list, the coons and traders list, or the YouTubers or the racist YouTubers. Those are people that I despise. I just keep an eye on them so they're not causing trouble. So if they are causing trouble, I start calling them out and stuff like that. But those are people not to subscribe to. The coons and traders list or the racist YouTubers. Now what was that about? YouTube heroes, and now I do want people to subscribe to anyone I put on the YouTube heroes and heroes 2's list. That's guys like you guys or people like Terrain or the LDBC and stuff. Now I do also want you to subscribe to those people that are on the heroes list, but never on the coons and traders or racist YouTubers list.
Most definitely.
Now here's Black in Business. This is about a black woman in cosmetics. I'll also have maybe episode entrepreneurships that I don't talk about. They're not Black in Business episodes, but because they involve with products for the black community and stuff like that. Like this girl right here had her own backpack company. And this one wanted to have a black-owned toy company for black dolls. And then this one I talked about recently about someone was. I think you talked about this one, GG. I saw your comment in the comment section about the woman who selling her gift box in Target. So I see your comment. I put down a reply. So
Oh yeah, I'm so proud of her.
yes, we need more people like that. And then of course this is BF and T. Um, I'm hoping to get talk about news stories involving independent projects because I know POV Hilarious D, one of the YouTubers that was in the first episode to support these channels and platforms. He's trying to do a superhero movie. He's a guy that wears a black mask because he's protecting his identity, but he is trying to do a black superhero movie um involving a black female superhero, a dark skinned black female superhero movie. I don't know, but that's what he's trying to do.
Well, damn, I guess I ain't fit for the part. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
But yeah, he's trying to do a black superhero movie because he doesn't like some of the Marvel stuff, some of the Marvel MCU movies, so he wants to do his own superhero movie. I'm like, that's great. You should check him out and check it out. Well, he hasn't released the movie yet. He's still working on it, but he like has a trailer of it already. It's called Dark Chaos: Maze of the Universe. So maybe one day I'll show uh maybe you can go to his channel and maybe you can ask him about it, maybe in his live streams or something. But yeah, these are just some of the episodes of BFT News. This one talks about Winston Duke trying to do a biopic involving Kimbo Slice. This episode right here talks about Black Lightning getting a third season, and this one talks about Black Panther getting a SAG award and stuff like that. And so I even talk about costume designers or production designers evolving certain films and shows. These two were involved with Black Panther. So I just wanted to show you maybe a little bit more about my channel. So, does any of you have any final thoughts before I wrap this up?
Most definitely, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Jdawg. If y'all ain't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page, the Jimmy J Smooth Network, and subscribe to GG.
And yeah, subscribe to
Aw,
GG.
thank you.
Yeah, subscribe to GG and Jimmy J Smooth. And don't just subscribe to my main channel. In the description box, I have different channels. I have backup channels. Matter of fact, I got one called Jdawg Speaks. Jdawg Speaks, Jdawg Talks, Voice of Jdawg, and Jdawg Live. That one I'm not using right now, but you know anything could happen. I also have a Black Spades account, Black app Blitter app account, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, where you'll find out my real name, and yeah, all those different accounts you can see in the description box and comment section. Um,
Well, I wanted to thank you guys for having me on board, and thank you for saying to subscribe to me. But my thing with my channel is that I am more of a I sing. That's not my first love. I just do it just to because I know that brings people together. And song has no color as long as it's a message, and sometimes I'm goofy with it. I'm here to entertain, not to relieve some stress. Let's put it that way, because we have so much to deal with. But I can chop it up with the best of them. And thank you, Jdawg, for having me on, and hopefully I can come on again and a little bit more settled.
all right.
It's been a busy week.
Also, if you miss
And that
anything, you can check out the repeat. Also, I'm gonna try to be here tomorrow at 7:30. I have a live stream plan for of the episode 11 LDBC Part 3 of support these channels and platforms. But now I'm about to wrap this up. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another live stream. Oh, and make sure y'all share this live stream so they can at least watch the replay. But thank you for your time. Peace, everyone, and I hope to catch y'all in another video or stream. Thank you for watching.
Peace.
All right. Peace.